My name is Jacob Earl Balcom, and I've been a DJ in Portland, Oregon for the last 17 years. My relationship with music is pretty intense. I've been a music obsessive since I was a little kid. It's always been kind of the most important thing in my life. I've been collecting records since I was in middle school, and it's been a large part of my identity. I was your friend who would make you mixtapes and mix CDs, and I tried to expose people to as much of obscure and beautiful music as I could. I think I was probably a little insufferable, a little judgmental when I was younger, but I've calmed down a bit, I think. I started playing records at the rummage sale around 2005 after I got together with my wife, Alicia Justice, who was a very well-known Portland artist and was a big part of the early 2000s weirdo art scene in town. Playing the rummage sale is a gig that's probably closest to my heart, and it's the set I spend the most time preparing for, because the usual crew of vendors are all old Portland musicians and artists that I really admire, and they also know a ton about music, so I kind of have to bring my A game. I started playing records at a little cigar bar attached to the Baghdad Theater in Southeast Portland around 2004. At first I'd make mix CDs for the bartenders, for them to play, and then I just started bringing in my own record players and vinyl. I've played at all kinds of venues and events over the years. I'm not a cool DJ who plays like dance parties and makes money. I'm a weird record collector who just puts together playlists to enhance your dining or drinking or shopping experience. When I build a playlist, I do it in a very specific way. I try to play around 100 years of music chronological by genre. For example, I'll start around 1910 with some Scott Joplin piano rolls, then move into early jazz until around the 40s, then segue into early country string band, into country music, then maybe into rockabilly, into early rock and roll. Then I'd play mostly rock music, a little soul, made from the 60s to the present day. I would type out the playlists with artist name, song title, year released, and collage around them, and then I'd hand them out at gigs for people to follow along with. I'm a little more fluid when I play at the rummage sale. Not so rigid with my chronological rules. I've never been the kind of carefree, cool DJ that would just take like a random crate of records to a gig and just wing it. I do this very deliberate playlist building to try to show the entirety of American music in one 4-hour set. I'm a big picture, macro kind of guy, so I like to step back and see the whole tapestry of America through music and see how different genres influence each other. The Twilight Rummage Sale is a monthly rummage sale that was at the Hawthorne Eagles Lodge since around 2002. It's a very uniquely Portland event. You can find records and crafts and antiques, books, art, and also truly strange shit. Vendors would rent table. It was $1 to get into the event and was one of the most special and secret events in Portland. My wife and I are moving to Southern Oregon to be closer to her family, so this is most likely one of the last times I will play at the rummage sale. DJs such as myself are a bit obsolete in the streaming algorithm age. Spotify or YouTube can suggest something pretty much just as good as I can. I mean, I've referred to it as a John Henry type of situation, where technology has made a specific kind of art obsolete. I say I was a steel driving man for a long time and did some good, but it's probably time to retire, which is fine. I played an average of 2 sets a week for 17 years. So I've put in the time. I'm not sure I have anything left to say. But I'm very proud of what I've done. You know, being a DJ here in Portland, being part of this great community, I have no regrets, and it's been one of the most rewarding and fun things I've ever done in my life.